was not about sending a message that Dak Prescott will not be the Cowboys quarterback. This was literally a mistake. It was deemed as a mistake because Dak Prescott should have been in there by that department. So I'm going to let y'all do what y'all do with that. It settled my spirit by hearing that information. It settled me down. But it is such bad timing. It is so poor in optics. And this is not going to help this conversation moving forward about Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys.
Well, I love insider Marcus Spears.
I mean, like Sheffy, there we go. Everyone's been talking about this all day long, and Marcus just puts the whole thing to bed. I do think it's funny sometimes that people think, oh yeah, the front office and the social media department are like directly tied. A lot of times they're totally different parts of an organization. Adam, now that we know that this was a mistake, let's move on to the actual conversation around Dak.
Step your game up, Sheffy. Sheffy, step your game up, cuz.
Any negotiations?
To follow up on the outstanding NFL insider Marcus Spears, here's what I can tell you, that the Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott were eligible to start doing a deal on January 3rd, once the regular season ended. And so once again, we're in the same spot that we've been in last year and the year before, waiting to see if and when Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys want to do a new deal. Now, stop me if you've heard this one before. Dallas wants him there. He wants to be there. And yet, no progress, no deal. It continues to go on and on and on. And now they're making videos without him. And Marcus Spears is clarifying the situation, and we appreciate having all the help that we do on board. Thank you, Mr. Insider.
You in my wheelhouse now, though. We in my wheelhouse now. Now I'm ready. Like, we can get past that social media thing. I'm ready. I'm sorry, Mina, but I had to say that. I'm ready now. Now we're talking about what I want to talk about.
I need you to put in some calls to your Seahawks sources and get back to us tomorrow, Marcus. Look, okay. Here's what I find. First of all, Adam's point that they've been eligible, or Dak, they've been able to sign a deal for a while now. I think that is telling and important because the team has been dragging their feet on this for years. They've also been talking out of both sides of their mouth when it comes to Dak Prescott for years. Some days, he's the future of the organization. He's our quarterback. We love him. Other days, they're speaking ill of him, frankly, or leaking, his his salary demands. It feels very inconsistent, and it's a mess. It's a mess of their own making. The product of bad contract decisions they've made along the way that we saw play out during the regular season. Like, you can see the players, you can identify the ones who did get big deals instead of Dak, and a lot of those contracts look really bad. So my only hope now is that they make a decision on this, they are consistent, they get a long-term deal done, or tag him, trade him, and move on. But stop dragging your feet on this, Dallas, because it's getting messy and it's like a little embarrassing.
Thank you.
All right. First of all, actions speak louder than words, okay? That being said, maybe the Cowboys' actions have been right all along. Maybe that they've handled this better than we've given them credit for. So Philly and Los Angeles are both in a little bit of a unique situations because they paid their quarterbacks really early. We all said, pay Dak. Not we, but a lot of you guys said, pay Dak, and they haven't. And while they don't have their solution right now, they have way more flexibility than those other two teams. Now, I need you guys to tell me, like, what the heck has happened that makes you think that they are going to pay Dak Prescott more money than they would have last year with less money to do it since the salary cap is going to be less? Like, what makes you guys think, what has transpired over the last year other than the horrific injury that makes you say the Cowboys won't be the Rams or the Eagles in 2 years from now by overpaying for their quarterback?
So then, let's settle it all now. Let's tie it all together. Let's trade Dak Prescott for Russell Wilson and have an off-season bonanza of stories to talk about.
Let's.
Wow. Well, Adam, collecting my thoughts. Marcus Spears, channeling my inner Marcus Spears. Trying to keep track of all the outrageous things you just said there. I'm going to start with Philly and Los Angeles. We're still going to pretend like Dak Prescott is not a significantly better quarterback than Carson Wentz and Jared Goff? based on what we've seen over the last 2 years? We're really, like, am I in a time machine? Are we really still having this conversation?
Wait, Mina.
Second,
Mina, you like that trade?
Mina, did you watch?
You like that trade or not? Mina, as a Seahawks fan, you doing that trade or not?
I am not, because the Seahawks would be paying $40 million on top of Dak's salary in dead cap money. So,
Better.
well, okay, so there's that. The other thing is, you asked, what have we seen from Dallas? They sucked. They sucked without him.
Mina, they were 8-8 the year before with him. They scored 27 points a game with them. They scored 25 this year. Like, where were they so much better? Went 8-8 with them, 6-10 without them. They scored 27 points a game in 2019. They scored 25 points a game this year.
What quarterback should they go after? What quarterback should they go after, Dan?
They could go after Deshaun Watson. They can go after the
know.
draft. They
He
can go
don't
after
know.
Russell
He
Wilson.
don't
They can
know.
go after
He
Derek
losing
Carr.
his mind.
Well, Marcus,
He losing his mind.
Marcus, settle
He
this
losing
for
his
us.
mind. He
Settle
don't
this
know.
for us.
Everyone
Is,
knows they didn't want to pay him last
Because he
year.
losing his mind.
is
Let me
Dak
say this.
Prescott better than Jared Goff and Carson Wentz?
Many quarterbacks,
Yes.
want to play
Everybody
in
that's watched
Dallas.
football.
Go ahead, Shefty.
Everybody that's watched football. So let me get this straight. The Cowboys are smart for not paying Dak because of what's happening with Carson Wentz and Jared Goff. So when in the hell do we ever pay a quarterback? When is he supposed to get paid then? After he puts up
When he shows that he's a complete
after
difference
he
maker.
proves how important he is to the franchise?
They
Didn't
scored
his
2
absence
points
show-
more
When?
a
Tell me
game.
when.
Hey,
He
guess
was one
what?
of the 5
Guess
best
what?
quarterbacks in the
Guess
NFL
what?
a year ago.
We got weeks to discuss this.
Yes!